So he says, "Hey lads, listen today to the latest episode and I can relate to it so much. My electricity bill has doubled in the past few months. My cable bill has just gone up over 10% this year too. I've been overcharged by my electric company too. Is there any advice on how or if I can get some of my money back? I struggle month to month as it is, and now with the extra money too, it's a big time struggle. Thanks for everything." Oh, this grinds my gears, Jamie. This grinds my gears.
Well, we all know that. We've had people sending bloody welfare messages to you to make sure that you're fucking got your heating on.
What annoys me, right, is that I was watching a thing the other day that gas prices are going down, but because the government worked by sort of like predictions, so they predicted it was going to go up. So because they predicted it was going to go up, they are still going to charge us if it's gone up, but it hasn't. It's gone down. Now you say to yourself, but they're the government. Why can't they just change their mind and put it down? Because they don't work that way. They work by predictions.
So, just to recap that, so they predicted that it would go up, so they're charging us as though it would go up, but it's actually gone down.
Yeah.
But they're still charging us as though it went up.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The revolution needs to start here, Dan.
It's fucking mental, isn't it?
Here.
So it's actually gone down by 20%.
Fuck me, that's a big percentage as well.
But it's going to go up by, I think, about 10. Because they predicted it to go up.
So they're gaining 30% out of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it won't go down until obviously they predict it to go down. They're fucking scumbags, is what they are. Fucking scumbags. The only thing you can do with that, because energy companies will not give you money back unless you change a different energy company. It's the only time they pay money out. So what I would do is I would ring them, I would explain what happened and say, look, is there any chance next month you can take less to account for what you've taken extra this month because I'm struggling? That's completely reasonable thing to you. It's nothing to them. You know what I mean?
Whether they do it or not is a totally different fucking matter.
I would fucking fight. It's your money. You can do whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Do whatever you want. I would just fight it like I did when they tried to put it up and I told them to fuck off.
Did I ever tell you what happened with... I don't know whether I've said it on the podcast as well, what happened with me when I lived in the flat with my gas bill?
I don't think so, no.
So when I moved into the flat, we got given this booklet, and the booklet told us that our gas and electric was paid to E.ON. So when we first moved in, we set up a direct debit with E.ON. I don't even know if they're still around, E.ON, but they might be. We set up a direct debit with them. We never heard anything from E.ON for fucking years. The money was coming out. There was nothing, no meter readings asked for or nothing like that. We were naive. It was the first time we moved out, so we just carried on paying. Mm-hmm. Then I get a letter to the occupier from British Gas. This is 4 years later, living in the flat. Yeah, British Gas goes, you haven't been paying since the fucking, I don't know what the date was, like 2013. You haven't paid since like October 2013, and we're now in 2017. And I was like, no, nowhere in, I looked through all my paperwork, all my mortgage agreements, everything. Nowhere said anything about British Gas in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my gas was actually coming out and going and should have been being paid to British Gas, but I've been paying E.ON that money for 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I spoke to E.ON, I was like thousands of pounds in credit, and they didn't fucking say anything.
They were literally just putting it in a savings account for you.
They were just literally letting it sit there. I was like, it was like, it ended up being like 4 or 5 grand in credit. And I was like, what the fuck? And then they goes to me, oh, it might be a problem trying to get it moved over to British Gas. So we ended up having to get our solicitor that we got the mortgage through to get them to like sort it out between British Gas and fucking Eon. So my electric was with Eon, but my gas was actually with British Gas. My electric was only like 80 quid a month or something, and I was paying them another 40 quid on top of that for the fucking gas that I actually should have been paying to British Gas.
How fucking mental that British Gas didn't think, oh, hang on a minute. Like, after the first
4 years, Dan. 4 years. And they thought the person that lived there was a person that I've never even fucking heard of. It's a woman called something Crabtree. I was like, who the fuck's this woman? They didn't even know my name. It was mental. I couldn't believe it. And the solicitor was like, this has never happened in any time that she's been working, etc., etc. She was like really apologetic because obviously she'd signed off all the paperwork. But I was like, it's not your fault. I said, if the paperwork you receive from the company, like the building company, is what you got, then you just assumed, didn't you?
Yeah,
I should have been not naive at the time and received my statements and looked through my statements, but I never looked at the statements. Now I look at every fucking statement to make sure I know what's going on.
That's fucking
unbelievable. Took 6 months to sort it out.
So you in your case can't really deal with a solicitor. Do you think my solution is the best option, Damien, or do you think?
Yeah, I think approach the company, see if they can do something about the overpaying. I know for a fact, part of the reason I said what happened to me is these companies are possibly the most unhelpful companies in any your cable bill, gas and electric bills. They're all very unhelpful. So it might be a bit of a ball ache, but if you persist, you might be able to do it.
See, there's different parts of the company as well, right? So when I had my problem where they wanted to put my bill up, I spent 30 minutes with, she must have been a customer service woman, said she couldn't do anything for me, blah, 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 blah. She couldn't do anything. Do you want me to pass you through to the department that helps with if you can't pay your bills? So like the debt people. And I was like, yeah, go for it. It took them 2 minutes to deal with it. So don't take whatever they're saying. Say to them you can't afford it. You know what I mean? Play it on thick and they'll put you to someone that can deal with it. But the customer service people are there to make you pay more money. That's their singular job. Whereas the people that deal with debt are there to try and keep you as a customer. So just stay on. Do not take what they're saying. Just stay on the line and you'll get it sorted out. But you won't get that money back. You just have to try and figure out a way to, I think, ask them if next month you can pay less to sort of get yourself back on track. I don't see why they wouldn't do it. I mean,
and when it comes to like your cable company, like your Virgin or your Sky, or if it's America, whatever they've got over there, I actually left Sky for 6. I think I was out of it for like 6-7 weeks. I'd said that's it. I'm done. I'm just got my 4 channels, and I'll keep the internet, but I'm not doing the TV because they were charging me so much money. And then they do all this. They would give you a new deal, then they give you another new deal. They called me 4 or 5 times over that 6-week period. And now I pay next to fuck all for my TV, and it's because I threatened them and said I'm not getting provide any services provided by them and stuff like that, and they changed their mind like that. So you just got to be a bit of a dick about it.
It's a ball ache with everything because if you're a valued customer, you stay with someone, they fuck you over. So you have to change every year. When you get a new phone bill, you have to change the better deal. When you TV, you have to change every year. Your car insurance, it's fucking horseshit. It shouldn't go up if you stay with a company. It should go down. Yeah, I never understood that. You know what I mean? Like
car insurance. Try it every year.
Oh, car insurance wankers. At the minute, I'm getting something like 15 megabytes for my internet. It's crap, like full on crap, and I'm paying. It's gone up by like £10. I think I'm paying like almost 40 quid for it. So I was like, oh,
that's fucking insane.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a look around, see what I can get. Virgin, for the same amount, 40 quid, if it's all right in my area, they'll give me 1,115 megabytes. That's that's 1,100
Virgin are
more
always
than
better
I'm
for
getting
internet.
now. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck this. So I'm gonna ring them tomorrow and be like, when's my contract over? And if you can't guarantee me 1,000 megabytes, I'm fucking gone, mate. I'm gone.
That's what you
And
got
then
to
they'll
do.
try and-
I've
Yeah,
spent years and years negotiating megabytes with download speeds with Sky, and because I'm stuck with Sky because Virgin's not in my area, and I threaten them. I'm like, I know they don't want to talk to me when I call up because I'm like,
yeah.
right, you listen to me now, yeah. I was trying to download GTA. I had to take it to my mum's house. I had to take the Xbox to my mum's house.
I remember you
because
used to
my
do
fucking
that,
internet
yeah.
was so bad. Yeah. And I had like a 1.84 megabyte downloads fucking
Fucking
width.
hell.
And all it was is there was a broken cable in the wall, but they wouldn't admit that was a problem, innit? And then as soon as they fixed it, after I finally gave up and was screaming at them, they sent out some fella and he sorted it out in 10 minutes, and that. Then it was back to 50 meg.
Saying about internet speed and that, they now can't do stuff like that, can they? They if you don't get your agreed speed consistently for something like 3 or 4 weeks, you have the legal right to cancel your agreement with them for no cost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because so many
I wish I
people
knew
weren't
that at the
getting
fucking time.
Well, at that time it wouldn't. I think it's only been like the last few years it's come into effect. But so many people weren't getting their speeds that they had to put it in. But it's fucking. It must cost them nothing. Like you said, when you do like the Sky and you're like, oh, I want to leave, and they're like, oh, we'll give you this for nothing. We'll give you this for nothing. It's like, well, is that costing you nothing then? Why are you charging us if it costs you nothing?
Yeah, exactly. Like with my internet, obviously this is going to bore the fuck off people, but I'm only getting charged like £1 for the actual internet, and then £16 for the
Oh, the line rental.
the line rental, and that's it. That's all I pay.
It's fucking mental. Yeah. But yeah.
But
they
that's
charge
after
you
years
fucking
and years
arse.
of going mental at them.
Fuck that. Well, yes, that was boring as fuck, but that's what the listener wanted, Jamie, so shut the fuck up. They, hopefully that helped and you get it sorted. You know, let us know. I know you do let us know because that listener is quite engaged with the podcast. We've had quite a few emails from him, so we look forward to hopefully getting it sorted and sticking it to the man. Or the woman, whoever the fuck it is. They, them.
Or them.
Yeah. Stick it to them. Stick it to them.
Stick it
But,
to them, yeah.